Alright, we should be live now. Welcome everybody to the stream. Let me know in the comment section if everything's looking good. Just getting set up here, ready for today's ride.
Ride on!
Today is stage 2 of the ride along l'étape de Tours here on ZWIFT. So we'll be doing this live stream every week, and the final stage, stage 3, is next week. Today, I believe, is the first time we're able to ride the new France course, the France World. So I'm pretty excited to test out the new course and see what it looks like. So welcome everybody. Let me know if everything's sounding good. I've got my fan on extra high mode today, so let me know if the audio's still okay. If it sounds bad, I can try and turn down the fan before we start. Anyway, welcome everyone. Hey Andy. Hey Augusto. And hey David. Thanks everyone for joining. We're just warming up right now. The event starts in about 10 minutes. So I should probably get a little bit of a warm-up in before we go. I decided I'm going to ride fairly hard on these events. Not crazy hard in the beginning, but I do want to be somewhat competitive and try and finish as best I can. It's been good having these events going on lately because it's motivating me to start training a little bit harder now. I don't really have any other events that I'm looking forward to, so it's been really useful. I'm going to tighten up my shoes here. Hey everyone, hey Thelonious. Thanks JH. Yeah, still pretty late on the East Coast. I think this is actually the first event for this stage. So it starts on July 11th, and so it's July 11th earlier here in Japan than it is in the US. So I think this is technically the first. I'm not sure why this is the first time. There weren't any in the morning, so even though it's already July 11th here in Japan, this is the first stage throughout the world, I guess. And so here it's 2 p.m. Japan time. And that's why I decided to do this stage, just because it's the first one. So I thought it'd be pretty fun to stream here. And you guys can see before if you don't have a chance to ride yet. And today's stage, I'm not too familiar with the course. I looked at an overview. It looks to be pretty flat for the beginning, so we should stay pretty close together. And then there's a big climb at the end, I guess. Or, what does it say? It says there's 2 laps actually, so I'm not sure. Maybe we have to go up the climb twice. Anyway, I didn't look too much at the course profile, but the last event, there was so much climbing, man, that split up fast. But we still managed to finish in the top like 10% or so, which is nice. There's a bit less people today so far. I'm not sure how many people are reserved for this event, but the last event there were over 4,000. We're over 1,600 today. So maybe the later events will have some more people. Maybe this time there's not so many people that can join. 5:50 in the UK. Man, you're up early. Hello from California. 9:48 p.m. Okay, some good time over in California right now.
Ride on! Ride on!
So we got 8 minutes left till we start. By the way, we've got an exciting video coming up. Tuong just did her very first ever Zwift ride yesterday. So she got some new road shoes, and she was using the power meter pedal. She's able to ride on Zwift, and we filmed a fun video, so I'll be working on that this weekend. Hopefully get that up this next week for you guys. And pretty excited about what we can do with that, seeing what her actual power is. I've been really curious to see what kind of power output she puts out on the bike. Over 2,000 people in the event now. I would say I woke up especially early to watch the stream, but an early riser. Yeah, that's pretty early, man. I don't get up that early. I get up usually around 8:30 every day now.
Ride on.
Used to have to get up a lot earlier when I had to get up for my early morning route, my morning commute.
Ride
Oh well, 4:53 p.m. in New Zealand. I didn't realize you guys were that far ahead. I thought we were on a pretty similar time zone here in Japan.
Ride on. Ride on.
I've got my smaller sweat towel today. My other one's in the washing machine, so we're using this tiny little one. This actually came with my spin bike when I bought it. Iron Men.
Ride on.
Makes me look tougher than I am. From Vietnam, I bet Jung's FTP is better than mine. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what it is. She didn't go too hard in the ride, so she was just doing kind of like a casual pace. But once she gets used to the shoes and riding on Zwift, I'd love to test her out on her power and see what kind of number she puts out.
Ride on.
And another question. So,
Ride on.
do you watch or follow any YouTubers? Yeah, I love YouTube. I follow a lot of different people. Not always stuff related to like Japan or cycling, but generally a bunch of random different stuff that maybe you guys won't be so interested. I follow a lot of different people.
Ride on.
How much time have we got left? 3 minutes. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. I'll be back in less than 1 minute. Just gotta take care of something real quick before we start. Alright guys, I'm back. 2 minutes left, exactly 1 minute. We gotta get down to climbing weight before we start the climb. We've gotten a couple of questions on the channel lately about if we've lost weight during this whole sort of lockdown, staying home and everything. And my weight hasn't changed at all, honestly. I generally stay pretty much the same weight now, no matter what I do. I'm at about 75 kilograms, which I guess is 165 pounds. Tung, on the other hand, though, has lost a little bit of weight. I think she lost like a kilogram, not too much, but mainly because she's not working out and riding as much, so I think she lost a little bit of muscle. But that's about it. So 1 minute until we start here. Thanks everyone who's joining, by the way. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Ideally, put in some easier questions that I can try and answer quickly. I have a feeling things are going to get pretty hard here pretty soon. I mentioned earlier, I'll be riding fairly hard today. Not like crazy all out or anything, but fairly hard. I want to try and finish as high up as we can. So we're at about almost 4,000 people today. Wow, 3,700 right now and still going up. So last time I think we were about top 300 officially on ZWIFT Power. That's if you're registered with like a power meter and heart rate sensor. So that means your data is more accurate. So we finished, I think, top 300 the last event, and I'd like to stay up there. Let's see if we can do that again today. Top 10%, that'd be nice. So anyway, welcome everyone. Hey Sabino. Hey Joe. And hey Therapist Composer. Welcome everyone who's joined. I'll try and get to your guys' questions as I can while we're riding along. And yeah, cheering messages are appreciated. Likes on the video are appreciated. Here we go. So, always important to get a good starting position. Though I'm not really seeing information on positioning here. Oh, there it is. It just popped up. Probably took a while to generate. Oh man, we're already down in over 1,000th place. We gotta work our way up. It looks like we're up there, but there's just so many people being generated right now. So many likes. I gotta get my like in. So yeah, first time checking out the new world here. The new France world. And this should be open publicly after, I believe, the tour is finished. Wow, there's so much data going on right now. Hopefully everything looks good on your guys' end. No lagging. Up to 700. Holding some decent watts right now. Whew, heart rate going up. Whew. Everything looking good on your guys' end? So I got the featherweight item. I don't think that's really going to be useful until we hit the climb. I'm not sure how many bonus areas there are in this course. So maybe it's best to just get rid of this now and try and get something nice later. Or hold on to it until the climb. Maybe that's a smarter option. So I have a feeling this event is going to stay a lot closer together than the last event, where there was just so many mountains, so many hills, it broke up right away. But here, we're all pretty much in a flat area together. Huge group. With your heart rate already at 170, I don't think that small towel will be adequate. I have a feeling you're going to be right. It's getting hot in here. Oh man, already some small splits starting to happen. Position is so important in these races. I believe these events all have double draft turned on, so if you get dropped from the group, you're going to go back quick. How long we got today? We got 43k to go. 43k total. We're 3k in. So it should be about an hour race, I guess. If we hold this pace. But we made our way into the top 500, 450 right now. But yeah, there's these gaps opening, you see that? That's dangerous. We want to keep moving up. You don't want to be back here when those gaps open up. Flat roads. No flat roads in Japan. Thanks, David. Yeah, super excited to see the new map for the first group ride. The section down at the bottom of the screen, by the way, is showing my power output and heart rate. The red line is the heart rate data. And then the color indicates like the effort, what zone you're in. So yellow is pretty high up there, like sustainable power output. And then the darker colors like red, that's some more serious power output. So later on in the race, this is just gonna go crazy. Up and down. I think the last race I averaged over 180 for the heart rate. I can't remember, but back when I was racing more seriously, like cyclocross here in Japan, I would average 190 for my heart rate. Pretty insane. I don't think I can do that right now. Oh, some cobbles. This line is starting to get thinned out. Yeah, with running, it's a lot easier. It's a lot harder, I should say. So you usually hold a higher heart rate when you're running. And that's why I guess with cyclocross races, you'll have way higher heart rates because there's almost no recovery. And it's a mix of sprinting and running, constant sprinting and running. This is more kind of like a steady, ongoing, hold the same pace because I'm on the spin bike. Yeah, 175 where I'm at right now for the heart rate is about my limit to where I can sort of talk. Oh man, it's getting stretched out. That's not a good sign. Single file, ready to snap. Top 400 now though. Ideally, we want to be more front or more forward before the split happens. Nice mountain looming off in the distance. Close this gap. Let's keep moving forward. Top 400 now. Slowly and steady. Let's keep moving up. Oh man. Yep, holding about 49, 50k an hour. Pretty blistering pace. Got to use this draft while we can. Yeah, lots of Japanese riders in Australia, because this time I guess it's just better for this side of the world. Good thing I had a smaller lunch today. I made the mistake last time. Ate way too much before the ride. Today was a nice light peanut butter banana sandwich. Very American. Little gap open up, but we got some people trying to close it. I'll let them work. Cake and ice cream waiting at the end. I wish, yeah. Oh, some nice sunflowers here. Can't stop to take in the sights though. Oh man, this is getting strong out. Let this guy bridge me up. Thank you. Back into the city now. Some cobbles. A lot of festive decorations. All the yellow. Very cool. Yeah, we're in rainy season here in Japan too. Rain every day, non-stop. Humidity's coming too. I guess hot and rainy is better than cold and rainy. I'm not sure actually. Oh, some nice purple flowers. Lots of flowers on this course. Teasing you with beautiful sights as you suffer. Lots of canopy trees on this route too. That's cool to see. You don't get too many roads like that here in Japan. Oh cool, here we go. This is the same picture from the thumbnail for this course. I bet this looks awesome in person. Yeah, this tiny towel, not enough. Close that gap. A little downhill now. You don't want to be gapped on a downhill. You'll pay for it. Thanks, Sabina. Ice cream for you and Tung. Recovery ride tomorrow. I'll take you up on that offer. Yeah, Tung worked hard on her ZWIFT ride yesterday. It was her first time having the power meter attached, so we knew exactly how hard she was riding. And I could tell her, no brakes. I think you guys will enjoy that video when we upload it next week. I'll be editing that tonight and tomorrow. You can see on the map in the top right, this thing is split apart. We're in the back of this group, so that's dangerous. You always want to be more up front. Let's up the gear a bit. Get up there. This is not a point I want to be dropped off. We'll put all that work we just did to waste. So we'll work a little hard here. Move up towards our top 300 spot. And the upper groups are unfortunately all splitting away too. So we're top 270 right now, but that front group is gone. I don't really want to chase them by myself, so just rotate in this group for a while. Yeah, top 300. Watts are still good. Heart rate climbing. Let's rest for a little bit. Sit in. Enjoy the draft. Back in my stronger days, I'd love to drive the front, but unfortunately not in that good a shape right now. But let's see if we can catch some stragglers from the group ahead. Keep moving up. Hold this position. About a third of the way done with the race, I guess. And we're climbing uphill. I'm just going to get rid of this item just so we can get a new item going through the next gate. Looks like a lot of people are burning their items right here. The peloton ahead is within sight. So we got some strong people in this group willing to pull them back in. Try and keep my watts under 300 so he can recover a bit. But I really don't want to get gapped here. So let's just hope everyone can hold their line. Nope. Luckily we're going uphill, so the draft isn't as important. Things are starting to split. U-turn here, let's do a little kick. I don't want to be stuck behind these people opening these gaps. Come on, guys. Whew. Thanks, JH. Trying to hold on. Looks like we're pulling back in that front group. So a chance to get more towards the front. Lots of people still behind us though. Should have held onto that leaf. Everyone's flying up this climb. Looks like we got a gate 2 turns away. Or 3 turns. Oh man. He's at the peak. Watts, watts, watts. Nice, we got a drafter. Oh man. I do not want to be caught chasing these guys on the downhill. Sit up a bit. You don't want to burn yourself on the downhill. Some people going, trying to bridge it. Alright, let's work with them. Sometimes when you're out there alone, better to drop back, regroup, come back stronger. Oh yeah, weekly goal. I know my goal isn't that high. Whew. So this is a very low percent gradient downhill. You still gotta push some watts to keep going. Oh, here we go. Nice little steep section. Steeper. Let's stay on these guys. We're catching that group we were just in. I love these crowds of people off on the side of the course. So we're about halfway with the race, sitting 300th. So this is the goal today. We want to hold at least this position, move up if we can. We can't let ourselves burn out. Hold a few cards until we absolutely need them. So I finished one lap. So that's the finish line for the course, I guess. So it's going to be a downhill kind of sprint after the climb. Looks like we're mostly dropping the group behind us. But also the group ahead of us is pulling away. So I have a feeling we're mostly going to be stuck in this group for the rest of the race, but let's see, there might be a breakaway. Hopefully we have the energy to participate in that.
Ride on.
Oh, I got the stripy socks. Is that for leveling up? Yeah, just leveled up to level 17. Thanks for the ride on. Alright, we're getting into a pretty good groove right now. Starting to feel comfortable just sitting in on this nice big group. See some people shattering up ahead. Looks like we're going to start reeling some people in. So let's sit in, recover while we can. Back on the cobbled bridge. Let's put out a little bit more power so we stop dropping back. Yeah, seeing two groups up ahead on the zigzag turns, not too far away. We can still move up quite a bit. $20K to go. Just rolling along. This group is doing good. No point in burning out right now. We got that big climb coming up. Let's save it for there. And push as hard as we can up that climb. Still sitting top 300 in this group. So that's good. We're pretty safe position-wise, unless the group behind us catches up. Oh, can't drop off the back here. Let's gear up a bit. See the group up ahead right there. On sight. No pain, no gain. I taught Tung that phrase the other day. She liked it. On sight. Somebody knows what's up. Oh yeah, we got them. They ain't getting away. The pack is moving. I'm loving all these orange and yellow tents here. It's not a color combination you see too often. Last group ride I was on, there was a tractor up ahead. Wanted to chase it. It reminds me back when I used to live and ride in Kentucky. We'd always have tractors in the middle of the road. You don't see anything like that here in Japan though. Heart rate is still up there, 180s. We want to make sure we don't burn ourselves out too much before the climb. Alright, pulling these guys in finally. This should move us up a good 15 spots or so.
Ride on.
15K to go. in one big climb. Up the watts a little bit. Just rolling along now. Gonna save this draft. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need it here pretty soon. You want to stay towards the front when this climb starts. Remember these sunflowers before the brutal climb. Mistime that. Oh, you still get the item. That's cool. What do we get? Oh, just some points. $11K. Oh yeah, we still got the purple flowers before the climb. It's like flower code. Danger, danger. Sorry guys, I'm gonna stay focused on the race for the last 10K. I'll check the chat later. Lots of Australians in this group. Climb is starting. Let's up the gear. Still a chance we can catch some people from the group ahead. Nice, we got a leaf. We'll need that soon. Stay on these guys this time. Ah. So it's so easy to string apart there. Someone lets a gap open in front of you. It's so hard to chase it down. $8K. Big group behind us. Oh man, don't want them to catch up. Might need to push here. Yeah, let's try and catch up. Alright, we gotta work hard these last few K. Whew. 6K. Let's use this leaf. Ah. $5K. This climb. Doesn't want to end. Last few kickers. Cooked. About 260 up the climb, but lots of people on the tail. I need to recover for a bit. Yeah, this group's going to catch us no matter what. Try and rotate in this group. $3K to go. Destroyed. See if we can hold off that group behind us. We're getting swarmed. Just with about 1K to go. Try and stay towards the front. Sprint it out. Oh man. Top 250. Not bad. Let's just stay here and cool down. Oh. Not a bad finish. Better than last time. There were a lot of comments last time talking about my beautiful pain face. I think we outdid last time maybe. Alright, I'll come back to the chat one sec. This is such a good workout. Thanks everyone for cheering me on in the chat. Hopefully I did you guys proud in the sprint. Thanks David. Thanks Sabino. Thanks Christopher, JH. Sven's Milk. Thanks guys. I'll be sitting around for just a few more minutes. In case you guys wanted any questions, to ask any questions, feel free to shoot away. Oh, I can't wait. Nice cold shower today, and I think we're going to spoil ourselves with a nice dinner tonight. And thanks again, Sabino, for the super chat. We'll definitely get some ice cream. Maybe I'll get Chun-chan to do a ride so she can earn her ice cream first. But yeah, be on the lookout for her first ZWIFT ride video. We'll be uploading that this next week. Thanks again to everyone who tuned in. Really cool to be out here on the France map. Oh sweet, there's a train going by. And really excited to explore this world later, once it becomes open for just regular free riding. From Christopher, next video topic. Our next video will be a continuation from our last ride. So our last video we talked about when we're leaving Japan. The next video is just going to be a continuation of that ride and showing you guys some other cool sort of local hidden roads around here. It's kind of a random exploration ride. The next video after that will be Chun's first ZWIFT ride. So those will be our next two videos. There's probably Sunday and Wednesday coming up. Another good question here. What's the difference between the L'étape? I'm not sure about the pronunciation. L'étape. Those routes and the virtual Tour de France stages. Some of the stages are sort of the same. They'll do the same routes, but the Tour de France stages are just sort of replica of the same races for the virtual Tour de France. And the L'étape is like a separate series, if that makes sense. So there's a lot more participation in the L'étape events, and those are hosted once a week, whereas the virtual tour stages, sometimes those are open for a bit longer of a period, and it's not as high of a turnout because those events just are a lot more frequent, I guess. Anyway, I'm cooked. I got my hour of hard work in today, so I'm going to hop off, get a nice shower, and get something to eat. We got to get some protein, recover. We'll be back doing this again next week, next Saturday, for stage 3 of this tour. And that one's going to be the hardest one. It's complete uphill out Mount Ventoux, and it's just going to be a huge climb. I think, what is it, 1,500 meters of climbing. And yeah, it's going to be a brutal day. I'm not a climber. I'm a heavy guy. So maybe I'll try and diet a little bit so I can lower my weight for when we do that route. And last comment from Omar. So I bought a mountain bike because of a video you made talking about riding a mountain bike to work. Awesome. So yeah, that video's been pretty popular on our channel, my commuting with a mountain bike, like talking about the pros and cons of doing that. And yeah, mountain bike is a great option, really comfortable, and you can ride pretty much anywhere on it. So that's awesome to see these videos are helping influence you guys and giving some input on what bike would be a good option for you. So anyway, thanks again everyone who tuned in for today's ride, and we'll see you next time here on Tubo Cruise. Be sure to check out our community forum here on YouTube or our Facebook page to see announcements for our next live stream. Anyway, thanks again guys. See ya.